Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the ONN 10-inch Surf Gen 2, available for $89 at Walmart. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be the cheaper alternative that Walmart's making for people who don't want high-end specs on their tablets. But the specs are rather underwhelming, in my opinion, because this one is running an Android 10 Go edition, a 1280 by 800 resolution LCD touchscreen. So 1280 by 800 is kind of low for a 10-inch tablet. I guess we'll have to see how performance is and everything, because it does say it has a 2.0 gigahertz quad-core processor. But you know, a quad-core doesn't always mean much these days. 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 9-hour battery life. We'll have to see if it actually does last 9 hours. 32 gigabytes of internal storage with micro SD card for expansion, 2 gigs of RAM, 2 megapixel front and 2 megapixel rear cameras. So nothing too special there. And then nothing real much else around the box here. So in the box, you're introduced with the quick start guide and a product guide. And the product guide shows the model number here specifically. It's a 100011886. The tablet itself. Some coupons here from Walmart, and this time it's also going to include an extra one, a $5 off movie credit with Vudu. So I think Vudu is with Walmart. They've been partnering for a while. A wall outlet. Let me see if I can zoom in on the specs here if you want to read it. Along with a USB Type-C cable. Back here. The tablet has a similar back to what we saw from the first generation of ONN tablets. I believe that came out last year. And on top here we have two microphones, a USB-C port, and then the micro SD card slot. It's a little hard to open this lid unless you have like long nails or somewhat long nails to get to the micro SD card tray. In the back, this is the camera. It's slightly protruding. And then nothing else on the back here, nothing on the sides, nothing on the bottom. And then on the other side here, we've got the reset button, power button, and volume keys. I don't know if you can see, it's a little blurry, so pardon me for that. One thing I like about this is that the speakers are front-facing. I'm so glad to see that. Walmart's taking notes, that's for sure. And then the front camera is on top here. For the price point, I'll say the screen is acceptable, being a 1280 by 800, 10.1 inches. I do remember that just 2 years ago there was the Benieve 10-inch tablet that I'll link down below. That tablet had a 1920 by 1200 display and it was going for just the same price as this. And that was 2 years ago. So I don't see why they can't have that in tablets at this price still. But I guess one major difference was performance. I mean, we'll see how this performs, but that performance was like subpar. It was acceptable for the price at its time. The only thing it had going for it was the screen being that high resolution, but I digress. This one's alright. It's not enough to use that. It doesn't get too bright enough to use outside in sunlight. It's an IPS screen, but it's not laminated, so you will see like the black bars. You'll see that like space between the screen and the touch part. I don't know how to say. I'm kind of getting my words mixed up here, but I hope you get what I'm saying. Anyways, this is what it comes out with in the box. Like, this is all the bloatware, all the apps. So there's not too much bloatware. There is Sam's Club there and Walmart and Vudu. So those are the only three that really pop out. And out of the box, there's 24.86 gigabytes free out of 32. So I took a picture of all this before I installed all these apps and went outside to take some pictures. So again, most of it is taken up by the system. And when I went outside, the images were nothing too impressive. Actually, I think just horrible, really awful. So nothing good there. The front camera, let's just take a look real quick. So the front camera isn't anything too special. It's actually tolerable, I'd say. Enough to use it for like a video call or something along those lines. The main thing I want to see is if it can recognize the pictures. Yeah, actually I think the front camera is better than the rear, because you can read Canon zoom lens, EF, and then 1855mm. It's kind of a little cut out there. But you can also read Canon, EOS, Rebel, and then all the way down to T6. So that is nice to see that it has a good front-facing camera. Or I guess I would say a decent one. Finish in the back, it's just hard plastic though still overall. The camera's located on the back, there's no LED. The speakers are kind of tinny. but that's totally fine because they are front facing, and boy, that does make a difference. The only better speakers that I've seen recently on a tablet is the Lenovo Tab M8 or Smart Tab M8. But besides that, front-facing speakers, these are great. No complaints there, even if they are tinny. In terms of performance, this is what it normally got in the Geekbench 5 score. The multi-core score was around 585, single core was around 160. So nothing special there. The basic tasks, I haven't really seen too much lag or delay. It seems fine overall. Pretty fluid, as it should be. But games, let's see how games perform, because that's actually pretty important. First game I'm checking out here is Sonic Dash, Sonic Boom 2. And so far, this seems to be running really smoothly. I haven't really noticed too many frame rate drops, if at all, actually. So this seems to be going pretty well. Should probably test out maybe higher end games to tell you. Maybe it'll show how just how bad it is, or how limited in capability it is. I don't know. But I know this won't be able to play like really high end games or anything. I mean, that's for sure. You get what you pay for. But overall, this is good. Next game here is Cod Mobile. And now the graphics are set to something a little higher here. Real-time shadowing. This is pretty much everything I have on. It doesn't really feel like high graphics or anything like that. But it definitely seems playable. Is this guy missing? Like, a lot? So it looks like it. I'm more interested to see if there's any, like, slowdowns and whatnot. It seems like when you look around, it seems alright too. Surprisingly. Maybe it's not completely smooth in frame rate. It's tolerable though. So that's good to see. Yep, pretty good. Finally, I'm checking out Fruit Ninja here, just for the heck of it. There are some frame rate drops I see here like that. That just looked really bad when you cut most of them together. I want to say that's not even playable, because if it freezes up like that, then it can affect your game performance, I believe. So, but when you cut them singular, if you don't have a combo, it doesn't lag. Well, that is unfortunate to see. So this can handle some games, nothing too heavy. I also wanted to mention that this does get warm to the touch back here. It's not like too uncomfortably hot where it gets really hot to the touch like back in the day. But overall, I gotta say this tablet is alright for what it is. I guess it's acceptable for what it's worth. Again, the only other alternatives is that Beniv 10-inch tablet that I was talking about. I'll link it down below. I'll link the newest version, because the newest version might have improvements. The performance might be better. And that should have a 1920 by 1200 display. The other alternative is the Gateway tablet that I recently checked out. I'll have a video annotation somewhere, or a card, where you can check that out. But besides that, this is Walmart's ONN tablet. And again, it's acceptable. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more. As always, thanks for watching.